Before I get started, here are my thoughts as told by Stephen A. Smith.
I am having a very bad day. I am in no mood. Today is one of the worst days that I've had in a long time.
Now, on to the review.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Drew, better known as RockChalk01, and today, yesterday, whenever you're watching this, the second-ranked Kansas Jayhawks headed to Manhattan, Kansas to take on the 13th-ranked Kansas State Wildcats in the first installment of this year's Dillon Sunflower Showdown, and we needed an extra period to find a winner, and unfortunately, Kansas State was victorious by a final score of 83-82. Yeah, I'm gonna put this out there. To the Kansas State Wildcat basketball team, congratulations. You played a hard-fought game and you won by 1. No questions asked, you're a really good ball club. Now to the fans who have bombarded my every little thing in terms of social media, you're just mean. I mean, you, without a doubt, except for one person was actually generous enough to say it was a good game and, you know, we'll see you in Lawrence. But the rest have been mean, have told me to do some things that I don't condone with. So, to the fans who did that, shame on you. And to the fan who actually was nice, thank you. For, one, not being arrogant and rubbing it in, and being a good sport. Granted, I know K-State goes through a lot of this when they face KU in basketball, and they get a lot of flack for it too. But the fact that that fan had the guts to take it in the lightest way possible and was nice enough to me just to say good game and see you in Lawrence, thank you for not rubbing it in. So yeah, this loss stings a bit. I mean, the fact that we had a first half deficit of 14 points, cut the lead to 5 going into the break, tied it, forced overtime, had a lead for a bit, could have had a 4-point lead, but we called timeout, and then everything just went downhill. What are you going to do? Now, I'm just going to go straight into this because a lot of it, there really isn't that many positives that came out of this, except for one thing, and that was KU's free throw percentage. So I'm getting straight into it. I don't care. Free throws. KU did shoot well from the charity stripe, 71%. Give KU credit. They didn't look like that in the second half, but then as it went later in the second half and then to overtime, KU did better. And yeah, so also give KU a little bit of credit that the rebounding battle did go even. The turnover battle was even. So if you go to the rebounds, KU and K-State tied at 38, and turnovers, both teams had 15. However, KU won that battle in terms of point off turnovers, 20-17. Also, points in the paint, KU won that 32, or they were even, 32-32. Second chance points, KU won that 10-8. And fast break points, they also won that 10-8. So there were some good things that came out of it, but a lot of bad things. First off, KU couldn't defend K-State with a lick. K-State actually shot better. Overall wise, I would say they shot better. K-State shot 42% from the field, 41% from 3, and 79% from the free throw line, which K-State's a good free throw shooting team anyways. KU could not shoot for most of the game. They could not shoot the ball at all and make buckets, but they still managed to shoot 43% from the field. But this was a killer, 21% from 3 and And yeah, that's not, I told it, it's not going to cut it in this league. And sure enough, we lost because we chucked up way too many threes and missed them. What else is there that I can talk about? Not much to say. I mean, both teams, we're going to put this out here. KU fouled the living crap out of K-State. Both teams did. And the refs, I'm going to put it out there. The refs were terrible. Both sides. They were awful. They called every little thing known to man. And again, one of the K-State fans agreed with me on this. The refs were terrible. Because they called a total of 49 fouls in this game. And KU had the edge, 25-24. So they had more fouls. And these refs fouled out three players on KU side and one on Kansas State side. It was bad. And two of them were our top scorers. I don't know what to say. It's tough. But hey, you know, I don't even have words. It's just really tough for me to get this across. But 25 fouls and 49 total. That's bad officiating. I think in my way, that's bad officiating. But what can you do in this situation when nothing goes your way? You can't. You gotta move on. So, yeah, that's a negative. In fact, that's almost all of our negatives except one, and that's bench points. KU got creamed when talking about the bench points total. KU lost that battle 31-8. 31-8. But that all came from one guy, and that was Desi Sills, 24 off the bench. He was nuts. He was tied as K-State's leading scorer, besides Keontae Johnson, who I knew would give KU problems. And he's going to give every team problems. But, yeah. 31 bench points to KU's 8. We got to do better. And, yeah. So, with all that said, those were all my positives and negatives. All right. Player of the game. There's no question for me. He had a new career high and played the entire game. And that was Jalen Wilson. He played every single minute in this ball game and did not sit. Jalen finished with 38 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks in 45 minutes. Exactly. Jalen shot 12 of 25 from the field, 3 of 10 from 3, and 11 of 12 from the free throw line. I could have gave it to anybody else if I really wanted to, even with the 3-point field goal percentage being a little bit low. I don't care. 38 points. That's ridiculous. I mean, the 33 he had was insane, but 38 points. He should have had 41 in this game, but Bill Self called a timeout late in the clock as the 3 went down. The ref got the timeout called. So it sucks that happened, but he really should have had a 40-piece. But I mean, a near 40-piece, I'll give it to him. The other honorable mention I could have gave it to was KJ Adams. 17 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, along with a 34-minute clip. He shot 6 of 6 from the field, 5 of 10 from the free throw line, which really killed him. But he also fouled out. So that's why I didn't give it to him. So without a doubt, Jalen Wilson is my player of the game. Now, player who needs to improve, Kevin McCullough. No question, Kevin McCullough. This was the worst game I've ever seen him play, ever, that I can think of. I mean, even at Tech, I don't think he went scoreless unless you go back to maybe his first couple years. But other than that, McCullough did not play very well in this game. Kevin finished with no points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, Kevin finished with no points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal in 23 minutes. 0 for 2 on everything from the field, 3, and the free throw line. Had 2 turnovers that were costly, and he fouled out. He was the first guy to foul out for KU. This stunk for him. Just being brutally honest, it stunk. I was generally, and being honest, I was pissed off at him on how he played. And I know that I shouldn't be like that, you know, they're human, but sometimes people make you mad. But hey, you know, that's a learning thing for him, you know. I think this was his worst game since the Tech game, but I think he'll vastly improve, look at all the mistakes he made, and work on it, you know, because the Big 12 is not an easy cakewalk. So, yeah, I think he'll improve on it, but for this game, I gotta go with Kevin McCullough as my player who needs to improve. And that's gonna do it for my, I think, generally quick, but also ranting bit of a review of KU versus K-State. Again, the final score in overtime, Kansas State 83, Kansas 82. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Push that notification bell. Tell your friends about these videos. And I should see you again for the next basketball review as the Hawks return to Allen Fieldhouse as they will take on the TCU Horned Frogs. But until then, have a good day. Never ever bring exotic dancers to the Fieldhouse. And I'll catch ya on the flip side. Peace.